up, guys? So we're heading into work, and yeah, I just want to say my state's governor, Jared Pollis, that dumbass, decided that he's going to go ahead and double down on the stupid here. As if things aren't bad enough here. As if it ain't draconian enough to force people to wear something. Now he's decided, on top of making it mandatory that everyone wear fucking masks wherever they goddamn go, which, again, I'm not going to be compliant to, he's deciding he's going to go ahead and he's talking about shutting down the state again. For what fucking reason? For what goddamn reason is this going to accomplish? It's just going to further ruin people. It's going to further hurt small businesses. You know, I had a dumbass coworker, man, yesterday. You know, he's a diehard freaking Democrat. He's actually, I can't even call him really old school Democrat. He's so diehard. He freaking supports Joe Biden, which, you know what? That's your right. If you want to support Joe Biden, I don't give a shit. It's a free country. At least it'll still remain a free country up until the Marxists take over. But, you know, when he found out that I was a Trump supporter, and I tried explaining to him, like, I'm a lukewarm Trump supporter. I'm not diehard or anything like that. I don't really care. I just don't want my rights further infringed upon. And unfortunately, Democrats are doing a really, really good job at doing that. Even some of the Republicans are. But, you know, like I said, it's your right if you want to vote for somebody that you want to vote for. But I just don't. I can't subscribe to that party. I can barely subscribe to the Republican Party. I hate this whole left-right paradigm bullshit. I mean, I don't know, I'm not sure if it was Thomas Jefferson or who or no, it might have been George Washington, I think. Somebody, one of the founding fathers. Basically, the line goes is parties will ruin this country. And, I mean, it pretty much has. And this particular person at work basically stated that Trump is going to cause a civil war. He's already caused the pandemic of 1918 and into 1920 and the Great Depression and the race war of the 1960s all in one. Dude, this guy sounds like he's straight up taking the CNN Kool-Aid, man. He's taking it, and he's taking it hard. Like, literally, those are all the goddamn talking points of both CNN, MSNBC. And you know what? The way I see it, with that media, including Fox News, okay, I'm going to actually lump in Fox News in this. It's all talking points. Talking points. They all of them regurgitate the exact same bullshit. You know, the interesting thing though about Fox News, they regurgitate the same shit that they do, but they do the reverse psychology approach. They say the exact opposite shit that these guys say. Now, albeit that Fox News, they've got some truth sprinkled out through everything, throughout their broadcasts, so it makes it difficult to point out the lies. So I just assume not even watch any of the nonsense. But the fact that he's blaming the pandemic on Trump, and I even had a good friend of mine from the Navy who was a Bernie Sanders supporter. Again, he was blaming the pandemic on Trump. I don't know how the fuck you can blame a disease outbreak on a president, on a presidential candidate. It just doesn't make any sense. It's like, they were blaming the floods of last year, like the really bad flooding that we well, not here, but out in the Midwest. on Trump. It's like, how? How the fuck is that his fault? That is 1,000% out of his control. About the only thing he has control on is like, okay, where are we going to send out aid to? You know, who's going to get the aid? Who's going to get, you know, who's going to get X amount of dollars in federal aid? That's about the only thing he's got control on. So, makes zero sense, okay? Now, back to the whole, you know, like I said, he's going to cause a civil war, he's causing the blah, blah, blah. No, I'm sorry. You know what? There's a bunch of dumbass factions out here that are being funded. They're being funded by people like George Soros. They're trying to take this country down. They've been trying to take this country down. So, again, not Trump's fault. And I would, you know, like I said, I would more or less blame this on the Democratic Party, if anything. You know, members of the Democratic Party, not the old school Democrats, the new school ones, Joe Biden types. You know what? Even to some degree, I would say even some of the Bernie Sanders types, because what was it? One of the campaign leaders of Bernie Sanders supporters, you know, yeah, he was a campaign leader. Bernie Sanders party. They was Project Veritas. They actually exposed him, making comments saying that we're going to burn Milwaukee down if Bernie doesn't win. Yeah, got a bunch of anarchists in the Democratic Party. I have not heard a single Trump supporter. I have not heard a single one saying we're going to burn shit down. You know, I bet you all those riots, all those quote-unquote peaceful protests, which are the exact opposite of peaceful, I bet you not one single one has a Trump supporter in it, burning shit down, freaking beating up random people on the street, looting stores, vandalizing private property and government property. Not one single one. I guarantee it. There's a bunch of agent provocateurs, and I guarantee you a lot of them are being funded by the Democratic Party. So, yeah, you know what? Oh, there's going to be a civil war, but probably not in the extent that people are thinking. Oh, it's going to be the North versus the South type thing, or it's going to be Republicans versus Democrats. Probably not. There's probably going to be at least a 3 or 4 way fight, the way I see it. But that's besides the point. What's really causing this, parts of what's really causing this, is that a lot of these problems have stemmed from many years of corrupt government, corrupt people in office. The other thing too is this whole pandemic thing. People like to drag this shit out. Oh, we need to keep doing the social distancing. We need to shut shit down. We need to shut down non-essential business. I'm sorry, people are losing their livelihood. People are losing their houses. People are going to be getting evicted from their apartments and everything. All because they don't have a job. All because they don't have money. So, the way I see it, it's people like Jared Pollis, Governor Jared Pollis, and like the mayor of St. Louis, and what was it, Bill de Blasio of New York, that are causing this shit. They're the cause of this shit. You know, all these problems, you ever notice all these problems, they're always happening in major metropolitan cities, okay? All the rioting, all the looting, it's all in these major metropolitan cities. You don't see it out in the countryside. You don't see it out in the suburbs, although some of it's starting to spill over into the suburbs. You don't see it. Now, if you look at every major metropolitan city in the United States, even some of the smaller ones, almost every single city is run by Democrats. And almost every single one is being run into the ground. Almost every single one has draconian gun laws, draconian gun control measures. Yet, gun violence is out of, like, just completely through the goddamn roof. Again, not Trump's fault. Not the fault of Trump supporters. Not the fault of people that don't want to be associated with the Democratic Party, or even the Republican Party for that matter. What can I say? I guess we're all doubling down on another dose of stupid. Anyhow, yeah. That's all I've got to say. I'm Diorce. I'm out. You guys have yourselves a good one. Bye-bye.